It's Monday and we're back on the
Woo!
Hulahan. Johnny Brass
Let's
with the
go.
hat on today, changing the style.
That's it. It's 5/5/25 today, Danny.
5/5/25.
Yes, sir.
It's a couple of holidays going
May,
on.
dude, absolutely. We are celebrating Cinco de Drinko here in Maui, and that will be celebrated, I'm sure, this evening. And what I always grew up as Japanese holiday Boys' Day, it is technically Children's Day, was what I was reading as of 1948. So it
Hmm.
used to be Boys' Day, now Children's Day. So how do we celebrate both these holidays? Well, it's going to be mochi and margaritas. That's my prediction, Danny.
There you have it.
What is mochi, you ask me? Well, you got to come over here and try. It's a trip. My daughter loves it. It's an acquired thing. It's made out of rice and it's a dessert and it's chewy.
Really own 'em. We got a lot of it over
It
here too.
is. I bet, bro. I bet.
Avocado
So,
mochi, mango mochis, you name it, they got them.
oh, lots of things with rice.
The
So,
typical red bean. Yeah, it's like a glutinous rice flour.
hmm. Well,
Very chewy.
I had some
Yeah.
char siu that I was marinating today. I was going to make some noodles, some Chinese broccoli, and then the wife hit me with the Cinco de Mayo. So I was like, you know
Oops.
what, babes? I'm not going to switch gears. I'm going to let it continue to marinate. We can get takeout. So we're going to hit a food truck. Farmers Market in Honokawai closed, Danny.
Oh,
That it
really?
couldn't renew the lease, bro. And that's
Wow.
kind of Shiki's family. Her sister had that for a while. Used to be the dad had it, yeah. So they were sad. And now there's a mean food truck that's in there. And then what used to be that other kind of Latin market, and it was like the Latin food place, that's now an Argentinian bakery called Pau Bakery.
Huh.
So trippy. And then what used to be 808 boards down here at the Pili Bay is
Yeah.
now Island Vibes, and that's like a Brazilian acai bowl coffee shop too. So
There you
808
go. All
boards
kinds of
is
new
now
stuff.
over by Times. Yeah, all that stuff, still changing
All the new
around.
stuff. In case you haven't been on Maui in a while, you need to come back, check it out.
That's it. That's it. And guess
John, what are
what,
we saying to
Danny?
the tourists these days? Are they welcome back?
Come check us out. We know you love it. We appreciate you. No matter what you read in social media, just stay out of social
That's probably a good idea
media.
for anything,
Yeah, you
not
know what?
just Maui plans.
There's always a small group, right? Maybe they're vocal, and that makes you think that that's what everybody else is feeling, and it's never the case. And I'll tell you some other exciting things, bro. I was at church this weekend, and all I heard all through church was horns going off from the harbor surf contest.
Yes.
So you had high schoolers over there. It's really weird because literally directly behind my church now, because there is nothing obstructing, I can see the banyan tree. So that's things going off. More
Wow.
importantly, people are parked all around the banyan tree. So there was some access there. Today, when I went check the surf at Shark Pit, I was able to drive from the very beginning of Front Street, which is where our house is, our lot, and I could drive all the way. I made it to Lahaina Shores. Kind of looked like maybe I could get through, but there was a car parked by, like to get deeper in towards the harbor. So I just cruised. But yeah, you can absolutely get to Lahaina Shores now through Shaw Street. So
Getting there. Some deals at Lahaina
celebrate.
Shores.
Ah, people are taking them off at 435. Yeah,
Ooh.
seen sub 400 on that backside. Yeah. So for
Yeah.
those that don't know it, Lahaina Shores is split up into odd numbered units that face the ocean and even numbered units that face the mountains. Both excellent views. If there was no ocean, the mountain view would be the preferred, but because we're on Maui, everybody likes that ocean. So still beautiful views, yeah. That's the
Beautiful
scoop.
views. Lives the
That's my
same when
Lahaina
you're
update.
outside anyway.
For those of you who loved Sale Pepe, which was a long time amazing Italian restaurant, it was across the street from the old Longies, right there in Lahaina, where it used to be the KFC, if you remember that. And they lost their house and they lost their restaurant. It's a duo. He's from Naples, or is he from Rome? I can't remember, but he's from Italy. She's from Brooklyn. They're a team. She runs front of the house. He runs back. They reopened. It's been a month now, up above Safeway in that industrial section. I will be there in a couple weeks again. It's just as amazing as you remember it. Same price point, very
Mm.
affordable for Maui. That's what I always loved about it. Just heart and soul from the food, man. So
What's the
Stuff
what's the
is
good brands
happening.
to order there, Johnny? Give us the rundown.
Well, bro, the pizzas are absolutely legendary. I mean, he brought in the oven from Naples. Um, so that's amazing. They're arancini to start off. You know, arancini, you take some risotto, leftover risotto, put a little freaking mozzarella inside there, panko it, deep fried. So it's like a deep fried risotto ball. Serve that on their house-made marinara. Arancina
Mm,
means orange, but it's just a delicious crispy ball. I love to start out there. Um, I mean, everything's amazing. He makes all his house-made, all his noodles, I swear, are house-made. They always do an excellent fish dish that kind of has some capers to it, which I really enjoy. Really can't go wrong. Caprese is amazing, as you can imagine, with the burrata. I mean, it's legit for
there you
Maui
go. If you
standards,
if
you
you haven't
know.
tried it, if you haven't been around, that's a good new option for you. That's
And then
back.
the rumors are that they're going to open up um, another sister restaurant or another Sale Pepe, but it's going to be up here by me in Kapalua.
Ooh.
Yeah, next to Sale Pepe along there. So that's the next rumor. So
Now we're
stuff's
talking.
happening. Stuff's
Stuff's
happening.
happening.
That's it. Yep.
So now you got the skinny on life on Maui and all the food. So let's talk to you about some of the living options. How about it, Johnny?
Well, let's do it, Danny. Let's jump in. And gang, remember Wednesdays are our market updates. So be sure to check in on Wednesday. There's definitely been a big development in one of the sections. So we will absolutely cover that then. All right, Danny.
Here we go. Jumping right in.
Okie
Wailea Point.
dokie. All right. Did you hit that little arrow thing? Are we good there?
Yeah, we good.
Okay, let's do it. Wailea Point. Wailea Point, gang, not what's the one that's vacation rentable? Wailea Villas. This is Wailea Point, so this is strictly
Wailea
residential,
Point.
but your opportunity to own beachfront residential, right? Because it's oceanfront there, Wailea
Oceanfront,
Point,
not beachfront. Yep.
oceanfront. So this one is what next? Is this the one that's next to the Four Seasons, or is that
Yeah, it's next to
Wailea
Four
Villas?
Seasons on one side and Fairmont on the other.
And what's the beach here, Danny? You're one of your faves, yeah?
You got Polo Beach on
Ulua?
the one side.
Oh, this is Polo. So this is Polo here. There it is, gang. So 2 bedroom, 2 bath. They live large, 1822. Read the remarks. This one does come with the garage. And what's interesting is that the garage is actually sold separate in some of these. So it's an actual asset to where you can just sell your garage to somebody else. So is that what there it is? And look at
That
that,
includes the
separate
garage.
TMK for the garage. So you will pay taxes on your garage, but you want lock and leave lifestyle, right? There it is. So
There you go.
maintenance fees there are large, $4 million or $4,000, but I mean location, right?
Well, and
So
28 acres of manicured landscape is costs a lot to maintain anyway.
there it is, guys, and it is amazing. I
But
mean,
there you go. I mean, look at that view.
yep, yep. I mean, built in '87, so you're going to have that architecture, but man, and look at this place, Danny Hololani, man, has really peeled. So in the past, I would have agreed with that 1-1. Rough to look down and just see all those sandbags there. Hololani tried to get some county clearance to build a seawall, and the county said absolutely no, and basically kind of spanked them for building so close to the ocean. And I do want to pause there. I mean, nobody gets to just decide to build wherever they want to. You still have to approach the county, and the county in the past said this was okay to build there. So just wanted to be clear there. That always rubbed me the wrong way. Look at those maintenance fees, Danny. So if you're wondering why so many condos are hitting the market, it's just all kinds of uncertainty. Number one, insurance premiums for condos have gone up by 500% because of the fires. So that's number one. Number two, this place is dealing with sea level rise. Number three, these are all built back in the 70s. So you got to keep them together. So you're redoing out exteriors now, you're redoing roofs, and you're redoing plumbing, and all these are expensive features. So Pololani is zoned hotel though, so it will retain its ability to vacation rent. It does have an underground parking spot. People enjoy. My wife lived there back in the 90s. She loved the way that it was set up because she had a separate entrance to her bedroom. So,
A lot to love about it. A few
boom.
things
Here
not
we
to.
go. 5 bedroom, 5 bath, 2513. You are right there, Hana Ocean front on the Waikalua Beach, Black Sands. 2513 square feet. It is on 0.69 acres. And I want to say, Danny, when I read it, that they had a recent appraisal and it was appraised for 3 million. There it is, back of 412. So that's the type of market we're in right now. I'm not going to say that it is a market of death and destruction, but it's definitely a market of uncertainty where you just can't really pick what's going to be selling. You just know that when things are priced right, that's what tends to move. Look at that, man. Generator for a backup
Yeah.
system. They're throwing in a
Comes with a
baby grand
car,
piano, 2021
piano. Yeah.
GMC Arcadia. Guys, if you don't want to drive to Hana, you can fly in and out of there from the actual Kahului airport. So, lock and leave lifestyle here. Had some Beatles that lived out there. Jim Neighbors lived out there for quite a bit. Charles Lindbergh is actually buried in Hana. So Hana has a lot of history. Um, that's it.
Interesting
That's a
opportunity.
scooping. There it is. And they all are. They all come with a story. Here we go. Our ubiquitous fractional Whaler real estate opportunity for 75,000, one bedroom, two bath, 905 square feet. There it is. What do I pay? Well, I pay 37.39 annually, and I own the last 2 weeks in May, which ends on my birthday.
Hey.
Hey, so there it is, guys. Just buy a piece that you need. Come out during that time if it appeals to you, but just know that there are all kinds of opportunities for ownership on Maui.
An option for everybody.
Kihei Villages, Danny. Boy, everything seems to be hitting the fives in Kihei Villages, man.
Yeah, you got to
So
start in the fives
28,
now.
28 building, kind of a more of a central kind of interior
Yeah, right in the
building.
middle.
Yeah, they've got some nice features there, man. Look at those beautiful floors. They've done some updates recently. This is a 1.5 bath version, but man, 630 not getting it done. 595. Keep in mind, remember the first floors have the yard. That's what's the benefit there at Kihei Villages. It's well loved, man. 826, walk right across the street to one of the longest beaches on Maui. Kihei Bay Vista, Danny. It's interesting how this particular listing does disclose that it's our apartment zone, and I really love the pricing there. But guys, look at that, 699 down to 499. That is what the uncertainty is. This guy right here is motivated to get rid of this thing. And I bet you come in with cash, you get pretty close to 400, man.
Yeah,
I think that,
I don't think 499 is going to get it done.
yeah, 955, man, for those fees. Get a scoosh of a view there of the West Maui Mountains, a little bit of ocean there. I mean, starting to get to the point where this would make a nice option for somebody absolutely looking to downsize. I mean, it comes with $1,000. If you're on a fixed income, I get that that can be difficult. Just keep in mind, you're paying for the maintenance of this place here, so you don't have to pay out of pocket for it like you would for a house. So yeah, opportunity there, Kihei Bay Vista, close to Asana and all that good stuff.
Definitely feels you could live there residentially.
Yep. This guy right here. So this is north of Laniopoko, still in Lahaina. This is called Pu'unoa. It's basically next door. Lives just like Laniopoko, right? So we're on 5.77 acres. Benefit is nothing's been CPR'd, so you could do ancillary belt dwellings, maybe CPR, sell off some of those. Dean's even willing to sell off half of this via Kohana. So you can pay 3.5 and just enjoy half the year there. So that's the scoop. Definitely peeling it back from 7.295. That is the scoopy there. Fairly new construction, 2020. It's a beautiful place. Molokai, Kainani Kai, two bedroom, two bath on the west side, 385. Maintenance fees still hitting them there too at 1156. So that's what's going on
This
there.
one's going to sit for a while.
Yeah. There's that
How
one you were
about
telling us,
this,
Danny.
Johnny?
Wow. I mean, they came
How
out
about
powerfully. I thought at
this?
699, I thought was kind of a deal, Danny. 599, man. That is a deal there, Danny. Flats of Kamalani, Both floors get a bit of a yard. In fact, the upstairs one gets a bit of a larger yard. They've updated the countertops. There it is. So they are upstairs.
They love
A
that
lot of
color.
blue. They definitely went with some color there. Yeah. But I like the floors. Those are updated. It's a lot of carpet in the regular ones. Got that high speed fiber optic. That's a nice option, man. $5.99.
It's ground floor.
Oh, okay. Ground floor action.
There you go. It's good merch though.
Sure is.
That might be deal of the week.
Could be. I sent you another one too. Kihei. These leaseholds move, man. So
They
this is
do.
literally the first resort as you come into Kihei from the highway.
Sure is.
So let's give them the scoop. So 420, I pick up a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. I pay 1,043 a month. I want to say it is zoned hotel, so you can continue to, and then you pay another 663. Wow, that ownership is coming up quick, Danny. I'm surprised they
Very
still
quick, yeah.
move, man. 2036. So guys, what happens in 2036 with a leasehold? Well, one of three things will happen. One, maybe they just extend the lease, give you a new lease terms, you agree to it, you just continue to rent that land, just like you are right now. Option number two, owner says, I'm going to sell you the fee. And I would tell you to expect probably around the list price for the fee. You know, land is worth just as much as the structure here in Hawaii. So that's what happened. You buy the fee, now you own a fee simple condo. That's what's happened to the vast majorities of the leasehold that's been on Maui. Number three, you can call that date in 2036 the eviction or move out date, because there's typically a surrender clause in leasehold documents, which basically say the improvements you'll leave, your ownership goes with you, and you take your memories with you and you own nothing anymore. That's just the facts about leasehold. Now, some of them do offer you something at the end. I've read some of them where they said, we'll give you market value or 25,000, whichever is less. So just know it really comes down to the leasehold documents, but those three things are typically the options that happen near the lease end. On to the next one, Danny. Kaimalu. Kaimalu's amazing. It's in Wailea. They're condos that live just like houses because they are detached. Strictly residential, no vacation rentability, but just a nice option outside of having to pay $5 million for a house in a similar area of Wailea. Some of them do
Bringing
have
it back.
pools. There's a beautiful pool there already. So Wailuku Heights, Danny, boy, a lot of these are coming to the market and they're absolutely moving. So originally built in the 80s, they are right on the slopes of Pu'ukukui, West Maui Mountains, but in central Maui and Wailuku. And the views are amazing.
Not from this one
So,
though.
nope. They sit well above Kealani. This one's a deal of the week, Danny, that I sent you.
Mm,
International Colony Club sits directly across the street from the Westin timeshares and also what the locals call Airport Beach. Not apartment zoned. So can vacation rent. They also live just like homes because the vast majority of them have no attached walls. So this is the Scoopy Scoop with Curtis Robb.
little special
So
assessment going
you
on.
do a special assessment, so add another 700 and change, that 1552. It is a 1 bedroom, 2 bath. So, but like I said, vacation rentable, 1,034 square feet, can live like a house. You could go in there and reconfigure. It's a deal. And I
Stuff and
think it's
space,
gonna
yeah.
I think it's gonna sit and continue to remain a deal. Look at how they started this thing off, Danny, 35 days ago at 960.
Yeah, let's check this
That
out.
that is a seller that wants to move this. And he
960,
base
890, 699. All right, let's
there
go.
it is. That's it. This is a guy waving his hands saying,
But
dude, I
crazy
want
you come out
out.
at 960 from the beginning.
Yeah.
If you come out at 699 from the get-go, you probably get above and beyond. But
Well, so why is this a weird way to do it, Danny? I mean, if you didn't know all the nuances of this, you couldn't help but say something's wrong. Could you
exactly.
agree?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What you
Yeah.
start to feel that quick, that fast of a change. something
That
better.
actually just shows me their white underbelly. I'd go in and write this thing at 600.
Uh, all day.
Right? Right?
600, go.
There it is, man. That's a deal, gang. It's a
So, I
cool
mean, I
vibe
think
there.
you still got a lot to. I mean, it definitely needs furnishings, so that costs you a chunk. Probably needs a
There it
remodel,
is.
that costs you a
Yeah.
chunk.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're still got to put some money into this thing to make it sing
Agreed.
if you want to rent
That's
it.
why six. That's why 600.
600. Let's go.
That's it. Lots of Maui
Friday at
Gardens hitting
600.
today,
We'll ride
Danny.
it.
Lots of Maui Gardens hitting today. So Maui Gardens across the street from Haleakala Gardens, or no? Is it in the same area?
No. This is like
Okay,
kitty corner from what's that one?
it's in Kalepolepo. So
Near Lapoa.
this. Okay, Roger that. And these always been strictly residential, or were they vacation rentable in the
Always
past?
strictly residential.
Strictly res.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. One bedroom, two bath, 560 square feet, coming right out at 477. So the second bathroom just makes it to where if somebody absolutely needed to, they could make their little living room into a bedroom space, right? And have some separate bathroom action there.
That's it, or his and hers.
Fees aren't horrible at 781.72. So yeah, people can make sense of this.
Not bad. I mean, the grounds are amazing. They do a really good job keeping up the grounds. Got the pool, have pickleball, tennis. I mean, you're about a block to the beach. Great location, good amenities.
So this
Got to
could
see it
really make for a
one-one makes
nice,
sense.
yeah, this could make for a really nice second home for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Low maintenance. Yeah. So now we got a
Close to
one
the
bedroom,
action. Yeah.
one bath. So here's the second one. Still 779. So yeah,
There you go.
got a
There's your
couple of different options.
access to the beach right there, Johnny. So here's your
Welcome,
complex.
cuz.
It is
Welcome.
right here.
Bingo
Easy.
bango. So you said Lipoa, so this is all by Azeka Place,
Yeah, so kitty
Times,
corner to
all of that.
Kaiani. You know, Kaiani,
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the
Across the
commercial
street
space.
there.
Yeah, that's kitty
That's
corner.
it.
And there you go. Yeah, it's real close.
Boom.
Wait, this is the start of Halama Street too, isn't it?
I think you're right, Danny.
Yeah, right there, I think. The start of
So
Halama
on.
Street.
Yep. You get this funky apartment zone kind of
Yep.
space.
Boardwalk right there. Some interesting stuff there.
Absolutely. So here we go, gang. Some dirt, Haiku Town Acres. So Haiku Town Acres, if I remember correctly, was very convenient. Like literally you go up Haiku Road and then it's right off to the right-hand side, if I remember correctly. Nope, I didn't remembered incorrectly. So
Kind
I'm
of
think so it's
stuff to
this is
happen.
Haiku Town Acres. I'm sorry. So this is actually up in Haiku. This is actually action, man, because you do get some acreage. Like we're looking at an acre and a half. You're right by Nuka. You're right by what's the one that everybody likes for Colleen's for breakfast inside of one of the canneries. So yeah, private water. There's some bigger homes back in here. So it's like in town living, but still haiku style, haiku standards.
Yeah, and get water.
Get a lot of
Looks like a nice little community.
it is. Oh, right there on the gorge too, the gulch, bro. Ooh, some nice views over there.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Oh,
If you're looking for something like that, let us know.
look at this, Danny. Haleakala Gardens, man. Now in the 635 range. I swear I've seen several in this price range, but man, that's a vibey little living room. I get why they started with these photos, huh?
Yeah, sure is. These are nice because
And
they're really nice, tall, vaulted ceilings. It makes them really spacious.
yep. Man, they got hit so bad when we had that Kona storm, man. That's where you saw all the flooding. People's cars were stuck after this. Yeah, that's one thing to know.
Downside of
When the
this area, flooding,
Kona storms rip, it floods.
and the second down option, it is so hot in this part of Kihei. I mean, it's scorching. Every time you show these, you're just sweating buckets.
That's why we call it Kihei. I said it.
And some
Oh,
people love it for
Puamana,
that
bruh.
reason.
Puamana back down to earth, cuz. So this is actually like, I mean, man, this is a chill unit, 1 bedroom, 2 bath. I grew up across the street from this complex here. So it's one back from the ocean. That's what we call Hot Sands Beach right there. This thing has been updated. So there it is.
Yeah, you got
Boom, little
location.
Scotia of a view. Now, granted, so some of Puamana burned down. One of the big portions of Puamana that burned down was the historical clubhouse. So what does that mean? Man, maybe some higher maintenance fees as they rebuild because insurance isn't covering crap these days. Couple of surf spots in Puamana. You've got Hot Sands that I just mentioned, great longboard spot, and then what used to be where the clubhouse is, there's a great pool that's oceanfront. We call that spot pools. And a
Hmm.
little bit further down is where I always surf, Shark Pit. And last Friday, a tiger shark came and kicked everybody out of the lineup there. So it's well named. I was there in the morning. I did not get to see the man in the gray suit, but
No shark sighting.
Napili Villages. So 2 bedroom, 1 bath. These are looking a lot nicer after they've done. They repainted the outside. They are all 1 bedroom, I mean 1 baths. Fees have popped quite a bit there, even more than Napili Villas next door, Danny, at 916 there.
Yes, yes.
This is a downstairs unit, so it does come with a bit of a yard there. I do want to say that this is stuck with Napili Villas also with the lawsuit that happened because they didn't build them with the correct ADA requirements for the downstairs units. So lawsuit has been settled, but it does mess with your financing. So we do have the man that can get them done, requires 20% down.
And that's that.
Look it
Which
down,
that
Danny.
means
Ridge of Kulamanu. The ridge moves, man. And they're not acreage up in Kula, but it is a cool, vibey neighborhood. They do have the views. 1,850,000 for 2,463 square feet. Did not last 11 days. That's a great price, man. 1,850,000 for Kula and
zoom
beautiful
zoom.
newer construction. Cam Sands, Danny. Here it is. How the mighty have fallen. The 10 building, first floor, 7 days on the market. 775 gets it done. Curious to see if this is all they got or if they got a little bit higher. This is called event-based pricing, gang, although it's a little tough to do in this environment, but that's what moved it right there. This is a fan of Cam Sands that bought this, Danny, that knew it. Absolutely knew it.
Done. Grab it and
That's
go.
it. Remember this one we talked about, Danny? Moved. 26 days in, 2 bedroom, 2.5 bath, acre 58. This was unit B though. So I don't think that CPR land square footage is correct, but Kula moves, guys, especially newer construction with great views.
Zoom zoom.
Haleakala Shores, gang, this is right next door to the old Cam Sands. Older, built 74, 995, because the A building is where you can get a bit of an ocean view directly across the street. Look at that cool Murphy bed, man.
Super cool.
Yeah. So there it is. This moved because of that nice remodel that they just finished in 2025. Hit the history button, Danny. Let's see if somebody stole this doing a flip. Nope.
Mm,
Try to sell it
not
back
yours.
back in 16.
Oh,
So interesting, man. Did the realtor say, "Hey, let's remodel it and see if we can get top dollar"? Must have. And guess what? It worked. I mean, for these to
worked.
move in 61 days,
This
dude,
one's
that's
kind of
impressive.
surprising. These never move that fast. I mean, still
Yeah.
almost $1 million. It's ground floor in a busy intersection. Kind of
Yep.
surprising, but it
There it
moved.
is.
Someone's
And
looking
this
for
is what we
something
were
like that.
this is what I was saying about this type of market. It is so difficult to discern. Stuff's still moving, gang. That's the good news. I just can't really, it's just so hard to discern.
I'm gonna guess someone knew or wanted something like this, that it just makes sense for them. They like the walkout lifestyle. I mean, one just across the street to the beach. That's pretty nice.
It is.
You can park right there, drop
1,300
off
for
your
maintenance
groceries.
fees. 1,300 maintenance fees do not make for good local living. Look at this one, tier two, Danny. Weird configuration, 1 bedroom, 2 bath, 2,160 square feet. But PE Holo Road, that's kind of Olinda action, if I remember correctly, right? And look at
That's
that
a
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful kitchen that they did. They love that green, huh? Kept it going throughout. And it's on some acreage, 2.26. I doubt that they got the 1,775,000. I'm gonna guess they got somewhere in the high 1.6 range. We'll see.
1.6. Yep.
But there it is. Single family with
Nice.
a detached cottage, guys. So on your 2.26 acres, you also had this 2 bedroom, 1,200 square foot, 1,204 square foot ohana.
And a pool and stuff. So quite the compound.
Boom. That's good merch. Oh, Danny, Mahina Hina Beach is moving, and they haven't started the exteriors of the roofs yet. I was just cruising by there yesterday doing my grocery shopping. So here's the funk about Mahina Hina Beach, guys. Legally, currently allowed to vacation rent. However, the AOAO, which is the HOA for condos, does not allow it. But here's the bummer about that. There are only two tax bases that are allowed at Mahina Hina Beach, and second home is not one of them. So you either have to live there as a primary resident, and then you'll enjoy some of the lowest taxes in the country, or you just have to pay the very, very high vacation rental amount, even though you are not allowed to vacation rent. Did I tell you it's a highly nuanced market? I meant it.
Let's see what this one is for its taxes real quick. I don't
Yeah.
think. Well, you
They
can
don't
see
tell you
here.
in this so much, which is kind of
Yeah.
the bummer.
But here you go.
So, yeah,
So
that's the one
apartment
right
zoned,
there. Yep. And they
taxed as
pay.
a vacation rental, but not bad. Why is that so low?
Hit the yeah, that's interesting, Danny. They
That
must have
seems
been
really low.
having it as the yeah, man. Because you remember when our guy was looking here, it was crazy.
It was crazy.
Hmm.
So, hmm, some things just don't make sense, even for us.
Dude, this
Welcome to
place was
Maui.
trippy though. When I looked at it, there was a lot of ancillary benefits to this place here. Small
There was
gym,
storage.
library, separate storage that this dude just blew out. So yeah, great second home option or for primary resident. But man,
Mm,
2103 for those fees, guys. Woo.
mm,
The Breakers, one of the newest
mm,
residential complexes on the west side with just crazy fees these days, though, man. 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 1,058. Still brought the money though, 578, beautiful pool there. It's a gorgeous looking complex just compared to the surroundings because it is so new.
Back to normal, Johnny. 240 days on market for a average condo. That's what we
There
saw
it is.
prior to the craziness of COVID and everything, and now it looks like we're getting back to there.
Feels like a normal Maui market has returned, Danny.
In some ways, yes.
Yeah, Parkside. Yeah, COVID did us no benefits whatsoever. Just threw everything into chaos. Change everybody's perceptions of Maui real estate for the wrong ways. I said it.
There you go.
Lots of Kealani movement, Danny. And look at that, dude. 1,600,000, man. So I think that this is one of those that looks like a for one story when you pull up to it, but then you got the back that drops off is what I'm thinking. I'm not sure. We do a
It
lot
says
of that
single
type of
story.
architecture. Does it? Okay, there it
Yeah,
is. That's a bigger single story than 2175
very
at a
spacious.
1,600,000. Look at those views of the harbor though, North Shore. I love Kalon. I try to
Put the
put
money
mom
into the
together.
views.
Try to put mom together and sell her a house there and have me go sell her Molokai
Mm,
building for
bring it on.
cheap. Look at this one, dude. Parkways at Maui Lani. I know it looks similar. Similar. It is the same builder, town. 1560 brings 1,160,000. Holding values, they priced it right out the gates. Somebody got a little negotiation there.
Million one-ish. Oh, this one
Kihei
financing.
Manor, Danny, 360, buddy. 360
That,
with a loan, yeah. Boom.
I mean, that seems about right for what it is.
They're always residential. They did a really nice kind of downtown Portland rehab there. These ones, the fact that these are moving just blows me away.
This one moved. Look at that. 225
It did.
cash.
And there it is. Same like Kealia, right? 2036. Now, the thing that
Yeah.
makes this different, in my opinion, gang, is Hale Mahialani has no, they basically say that they're not interested in selling the fee.
Mm, yeah, there it is. How crazy
Only
is that?
cash offers. Yep.
$7,000 a month in income from FEMA. FEMA's paying $7,000 for a one-bedroom condo.
That's our tax dollars, guys.
There might be some government waste in there, huh? I mean, good on the owners to take advantage, but 7,000 for a one-bedroom?
225.
Crazy.
I mean, if you're, if you're getting up there in years and you just want to enjoy it for a short period of time, like literally that is who the best prospect for leasehold is when you read about it, is retirees with no heirs that just want to command the time and they love the location. And if it goes poof, it goes poof.
Wild. There you go.
Villas of Kealani, price it right. What's pricing it right? Price it like a two-bedroom in the past.
Yeah, there you go. Down from the 1,416 that we're seeing on some of the other ones.
There it is. And that's one of the three-bed ones right there, gang.
Yeah,
Kai
you did good on that.
man, Kai Makani, one of my faves. And it's holding its value, dude. Two-bedroom, bringing 1,000,003 residential. Well, there it
That's a
is. That's
really
why.
good value.
That's why though. Look at this remodel, dude. That's
Nice.
gorgeous.
Nicely
Well,
done.
except for those, so nice kitchen. This is always funky when you have these different types of floors in every single room to me.
They
You know,
upgraded what they wanted and they didn't care about the
that's it. I
rest.
just saw literally three different floor styles. I saw bamboo, kind of that, that light color. I saw the LVP. Ooh,
Yeah.
ground floor unit though. Kai Makani's the jam though, man. It is a nice community, fairly newer construction. It's across the street from Sugar Beach. I've always been a fan. I'm amazed that they got this kind of money though. It almost feels like Kai Makani's going up in value.
I know, right? I mean, you look at the Mahina Hina Beach. I mean, those are ocean front, ocean view, and they were struggling to get anything close to this number.
I mean, I showed for Elsa before we got her involved with Maui Lani Traditions, and they were in like the 8, 9 range, million
Yeah,
three now. Wow,
it's
good
going.
job, whoever dumped this thing,
It's a bit
man.
of a cult
33
following. I
days
mean, it's a
too.
beautiful, beautiful part of the island, right across the street
That's
from the water. Walk the beach. They don't come up that much anymore. They used to come up a lot more.
it. Like a legit gym there too. The pool's cool, so
They
lots
do,
of
yeah.
amenities.
All the
Yeah.
amenities. It's a great spot.
Yep. Yep. Gang,
Johnny,
real quick before we jump off, Danny, it is Monday. So Wednesdays, as you remember, and if I said this already, forgive me, but Wednesdays typically are market update day. Be sure to check in. I mean, even just for that very beginning portion, because man, there is one segment of inventory that has really popped, like in the last week and a half. So we'll cover that there,
mm,
and we'll just continue to do this Hulahan thing. As long as you guys will have us, super grateful. Thanks for
little
hanging out.
cliffhanger. Drop some
That's
comments if
it.
you have questions or want us to cover anything in further detail. See you on the next
Yep.
episode.